We're here with Nick Bougas. This is Green, and we're here talking to Nick about ecotourism. So Nick, what is ecotourism, and what do you guys do?
Basically, I represent an NGO, non-governmental organization called G.R.A.C.E, the Gracie Rock Center for Culture and the Environment. And we work in Belize in Central America. And what we're trying to do now is we're trying to work on saving and putting into protected status a 30,000 acre, more or less, block of critical area which is part of the Mesoamerican biological corridor. It's vital for the distribution of genetics, especially with jaguar and all the other animals, where we concentrate on jaguar especially because it's the top keystone predator. And as long as they're in good condition, all the other animals generally underneath are as well. Now, we're doing a study. There's a Belizean PhD candidate called Omar Figueroa who's conducting a jaguar study right now, a very in-depth one, so we can try to gather more data of the movements of the jaguar and how the genes of the jaguar are disseminated throughout the Mesoamerican biological corridor. So we're working very, very hard on trying to do that. Ecotourism itself one of the definitions of ecotourism, it should contribute directly to the local communities and benefit the local communities. So we actually employ people specifically and only from the local community in the area that we're working, because that helps with an alternative source of income for them, because traditionally they were hunters and they used the resources of the forest and that sort of thing. So by sustaining, our hope and dream is to be able to sustain completely this protected area through ecotourism. And the idea is you have an impact zone where the ecotours happen and the rest of the area is left intact and undamaged. So that's what basically we're trying to achieve. We have a long way to go. We have to try and raise $4.5 million to buy the last remaining 8,000 acre block from a developing group that are developers that have development plans for that 8,000 acres. And we really do need that 8,000 acres, it's very critical. So that's what we're working on right now. The area I'm working in is riddled with caves, which were used by the ancient Maya for ceremonial, sacrificial rites. So culturally and historically, it's a very, very important area, not just from a fauna and flora perspective, but from a historical, cultural perspective. It's a vital area. It's a really amazing place to come and visit. In Belize, I said, it's Gracie Rock Center for Culture, the Environment and Ecotourism. It's a lovely, lovely place. It's a wonderful, wonderful jungle. We have a high concentration of wildlife, 22 different ecosystems, and 12 endemic species. One of them is a shrub that does not grow anywhere else on planet Earth or anywhere else in the country of Belize. It only grows in the Peccary Hills where I'm working. So it's an amazing place, and that's basically what we're trying to achieve. That's what I'm focusing on. That's my main focus right now, is that. So, if you want to pop down, I'm sure you'll be able to find us, get the links and come and see us, give us a call. If you're interested in helping out, please, get in touch. We'd love that. Thank you very, very much. Thanks.
Keep and if you go to thisisgreen.com, you can find all the links and everything you need to go to Nick, and you can follow the links below and you'll find them there. Now, Nick, what can people do when they come down here and visit you? Like if I want to go on a vacation and at the same time, go and visit everything, how would that experience be for me? What can I do or help, or how much does it cost, or what's the run of what it is?
Okay, for the pricing, you'd have to get in touch with me because I don't have that information with me right now. It's not desperately expensive, and we are very flexible. We can tailor-make your experience with us to whatever it is you want, as hardcore as you like. If you want to spend nights out in the jungle, camping and learning about medicinal plants, herbal plants, indigenous ways of using the forest to survive, we can teach you that. If you're into hardcore survival, we can do that. If you want to kayak down rivers or visit ancient Mayan caves, we can do that. So your experience would be, we've got rappelling, you can do rappelling, zip lining, float through rivers and caves. We have a lot of options. We've got tons and tons of things you can do, activities-wise. And they can be a soft, it's not a hardcore, it doesn't have to be a macho thing, it's not. It's about your interaction with the forest and how much you want to interact with the forest to your level of comfort, and have fun. That's the idea. And as an educational, if you mainly focus on education, you can learn an awful lot about the indigenous plants and animals. You can learn a lot from the local people as well, how they've been doing things the last few hundred years. And if you want an adventure and you're into more active sports, we can cater for that too. So whatever it is you're looking for in terms of kayaking, ziplining, rappelling, survival, herbal plants and medicines, living Creole Belizean culture, ancient Maya archaeology, anything to do with that, we can definitely, you know, cater for that sort of experience and really involve you hands-on with what we're doing, so that you really do contribute. You know, you actually do help yourself. You're actually doing it yourself with us. So that's the idea. Involve people.
That's great. So head on down. This is the Gracie Rock Reserve for Adventure Culture and Ecotourism, and this is Thomas with This Is Green. Check us out online.